Yo, what's up? It's Victory Monday. How you doing?
Victory Monday, 3 in a row. A guy could get used to this.
Listen, pinch me, man, pinch me.
Yeah,
It's been a long
yeah,
time.
no, agree. Our fan base is starting to get used to this.
We should.
It feels good. This is what winning feels like.
I'm starting to feel like I felt. I mean, I know it's early. I know it's
I'm
early.
listening.
If you go to Denver next week and take care of business, I'll really feel this way. Starting to feel like it did with Parcells. Like every every Sunday, didn't matter who we were playing. Every
Uh-huh.
Sunday you lined up, you knew you had a chance to win. You knew
Yeah,
you were going to be in the game.
yeah. It's starting to feel like the Parcells Jets, the Rex Ryan Jets.
Mm.
Even those Herman Edward Jets teams, you felt
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
could
oh
see had
yes,
a shot.
yes,
You
yep.
know, even
With
for
Chad
us old
and stuff.
timers,
Yep.
and then we were younger back then, maybe we didn't get the game. Like even those Walt Michael Jets, you never felt like you were gonna get blown out of the water. You may lose a
Mhm.
stupid game and let your
Right.
foot off, but you never felt. And you know what, Kevin? We've always said we don't want to be blown out of the water. And for 6 games right now, we've been in every goddamn game, and
Hmm.
we get stronger as the game goes on,
Oh,
where
a
these
fourth
other
quarter
teams
team.
seem to get, a little weaker.
And I think that goes back to something I brought up. The youth, man. It's the youth. When you get into that fourth quarter, if you're playing a team with a slightly aged roster or something,
Uh-huh.
they're going to start wearing down. Whereas
Yeah.
we got 22-year-olds, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, we have to remember, and this goes more for us old timers, Jet fans. The youth on this team doesn't know the past. So they're not playing with that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
The Jet fans of the last maybe 15 years don't really care about this past. So they're tired of hearing guys like you and I and some of our older friends say, oh, the black cloud of this. But maybe it's true now. Maybe we have to view this team, Kev, with different eyes.
Well,
Take
yeah,
our glasses
but
off, put a new pair on,
but
and realize
listen,
this is not the same old Jets.
but listen. There's nothing wrong with what we've said all this time because that's what we've watched.
No, agree. Agree. But I think what I'm trying to say, Kev, is that maybe now it's time for guys like you and I to flip our page and say, you know what? It's right. This is not the same old Jets. This young class of the last 2 or 3 years do not know. They don't go.
Well,
Look,
hell, I've been waiting for 11 years to do that.
no, but my point, what I'm trying to say is this. We brought it up in our regular episode versus the Packers that we have a winning record against the Packers. I know
Mm-hmm,
SNY kept
mm-hmm.
saying, well, we haven't beat
Right.
them since
Yeah, right.
2006. Well, we played them every 4 years, so it looks like a long time, but technically it was 3 games. But when we beat them the last time, it wasn't like those guys were putting on the cheese hats and walking around the stadium. What I'm trying to say, like, this young group doesn't give a rat's ass. They don't know about ghost past. They don't care about what's proper. They're cocky, they're young, and they're having fun. Like to see
That's
Sauce walk around with that cheese head was
Did you
excellent.
see the dude from the Packers when they went into the
Knock it
tunnel, he
off.
knocked
Yeah,
it off his head?
big deal.
Wah,
Big deal.
wah.
Big deal. It was probably the same guy who, after they lost to the Giants, they asked him, well, you got the Jets next week. He said, we're not worried.
Hmm.
We're not worried.
Well,
We're
that's
just,
when if we lose to the Jets, we'll
yeah.
be worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now you got crushed by the Jets in your building. And not only that, you had a 15-game winning streak in that building, I believe,
Hmm. He
until
looked old.
we beat you.
It wasn't me, or did Rogers look old?
Yeah, he looked old.
He looked
He
old.
looked slow.
Yep.
But
Old,
again, Kevin,
slow. Yeah.
we've always said if your offensive line is caca, look what happens.
Yeah.
It's not like Rogers forgot how to quarterback.
Yeah, right. Just hey man, He looked old, just like Brady's starting to look old. I know
Yeah.
he was screaming. I know he was screaming at his offensive line, but
You know what? Listen, and I know I'm going to take some heat for this because Brady is the GOAT. Brady's allowed to do what he wants. But you know what, Tom? When you go and you don't go through your walkthrough on a Friday because you were at Bob
Kraft's wedding,
and
yeah.
you arrived sometime on Saturday, yeah, everyone's going to forgive you because you're Tom Brady. But now you want to yell at everyone? Now you want to get in everyone's faces? When you weren't even around Friday?
Wasn't around Saturday. He wasn't at Saturday meetings in the morning.
I thought he was at the Saturday meetings. That's why all
No,
was forgiven.
no.
No, listen, he's
Yeah,
Tom
like
Brady.
yeah,
He's
who
Tom
he is,
Brady.
right?
Do what you want. Fine. No one could take it away from you. But then you know what? You can't yell because you played like crap as well. But I don't want to talk about Tom Brady. It's the 4-2 Jets. And listen, we can't sit here and hope. We got to do our own job. But can you imagine if the Chiefs would have won yesterday?
No.
We would be the 2 seed as of today in the AFC playoffs.
Now, hey, you are tied with them now, the Chiefs, for the second best record in the AFC. So,
but can you imagine? Where's Mr. What's his name? The one who said we were going to go 0-9. I can't even think of his name. I'm so excited right now.
Quinn.
Where's he right now?
Well, that's why I said you don't know what you're talking.
Big mouth. Where are you?
You did so well.
Yeah. Mr. Stephen A. Smith changed his tune today. He likes the Jets now. Blah, blah, blah. You know?
What I said to you before, you're going to have bandwagon jumpers.
Yeah.
Now.
No, I know.
Well, I always said they were going to be good.
I mean, you want to talk about numbers. Let's give numbers. Our baby Jets, as everyone's calling them now. I mean, are you kidding me? In 6 fourth quarters now, we have played 6 fourth quarters. We have given up only 20 points. And in back-to-back games, we just shut out in the fourth quarter the Dolphins and the Packers. We are giving up 3.3 points on average in the fourth quarter while scoring 11.8 points, 11.8 points a quarter. That's almost a 9-point difference. And as long as and we said it, you keep these games close for the first 3 quarters. And when, like you said, Kev, these teams look winded. Well, now there's 60%. We still have 60% left. Mm-hmm. That Salah slogan is better than anything I heard because it looks it now. It looks it. When other teams are gassed and winded, we're ready to rock.
I don't know what you thought about yesterday, but did you feel we played 2 teams yesterday?
What do you mean 2 teams? Like
the Packers and the Packers and the refs?
Ooh, don't even get me started, Kevin, because I feel like, and I didn't make notes yesterday because I was watching the game on the road.
Horrendous.
I felt like
horrendous.
Yes, I felt like up until the first 3 quarters, especially that first quarter, where was it Hall who got hit out of bounds, 4 yards out of bounds, and they
what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah. And it went unblemished today. No one brought it up. I haven't talked to any other Jet fans to see their take on it, but I felt like for the first 3 quarters, the refs were going to do everything they can to help the Packers because why? The Packers are considered an A team, and we're the C team wanting to be the A team.
Right, yeah.
And finally, Kevin, towards the end of the third, in the fourth quarter, the refs couldn't help them anymore. We were the dominant team. We've done everything right. We played the best,
But through that first 3 quarters, those first 3 quarters, it was so obvious. Man, I'm sitting here screaming at the TV. You're in the tank for them.
Yeah.
You gotta be. Yeah. You have to be.
Yeah. Well, think about it, Kev. It was 7.
Would you lay down money on the plus or the -7?
Yeah. Kev, it was 17-3. 17-3, and that touchdown that the Packers scored came on 3 penalties in a row that I believe they said gave him about 35 to 45 yards of penalty yards in that possession alone. If that shit never happens, they don't score the touchdown.
Horrendous officiating. Horrendous.
They don't score the touchdown.
And it didn't get any better last night in the Chiefs-Bill game. It was horrendous.
And I'm just going to say this once, and maybe it was a bad call. And maybe I'm only saying this because I'm picking on the guy. I'm not a fan. If I never see Nathan Shepard in a game, I'm good. The one time his name was mentioned was a penalty. Now, all the X's and O's guys will tell me different, but again, like a penalty. Are you kidding me? 3 penalties on the Green Bay scoring drive. Are you kidding? They don't call those bullshit calls. This Packer team doesn't even score. We beat them 27-3.
And to listen to the announcers, it's like, well, here come the Packers. No, here come the refs.
Yeah. No, I didn't have a problem with Greg Olson and what's his face, Kevin Burkhardt.
No,
I like them. I'm not a fan of Channel 5. I think there's too much, Win Terry's money popping up. Howie Long, and they're all well-respected guys. Don't get me wrong.
Plus, they're NFC. They're an NFC channel.
No,
so
I know. I mean, Quinnen Williams, get a load of this. He has at least a half a sack in 5 straight games.
Hey, was he a beast yesterday or what?
Yeah.
JFM.
Yeah. But Kevin, I don't know. Maybe it's true. I know Salah said that he spoke to Rex a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what they talked about. I don't know what was said. Maybe Rex just said, go with your dogs, because, I got some numbers I'll bring up later in the show, but this team
and like I said to you, it's funny you say that, because a couple of weeks ago we were saying, hey, go get Rex.
Yeah.
Fix this defense.
It's nice to have that older coach on the staff just to bounce things off of.
Mm-hmm.
How
about Clemens with the block punt?
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Looking good on special teams, Mr. Clemens. Yes, he is. Davis with the 40-yard reception. Berrios with that end around 20. And how about Dwayne Brown, 37 years old, leading the block downfield. Get Berrios in.
All right. Now, with all this happiness, I have to get to what kind of irked me.
Okay.
You're down on the goal line. You can't get in the end zone.
Are you talking about
on 8 tries?
On that last drive where they had to kick the field goal? Yeah. No, I know.
You're at the 1.
Yeah.
You can't get in?
Yeah. Well, Salah did mention that. He's a little angry that they didn't get in. He would have liked to got in.
And then when Wilson did the sneak, it looked like he got in. Did you see Salah down in the end zone?
Yeah. And the ref moved him back. Yeah.
How could you not get in?
No, I get it all.
You want to say, boom, exclamation point, put it in.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
That irked me.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That didn't irk me so much because of a couple of things. It forced Green Bay to use all their timeouts.
Okay, but you put it in for another 7. It doesn't matter if they got 6 times out.
Agree. But at that point of and listen, we could go 50 ways to Sunday. You're going to say something.
It just irked me.
Yeah. Another thing that I was looking at it, Kevin, at one point I was thinking, what happens if they block this field goal? All right, still a 2, Jamie. At one point I was thinking, go for it on the 4th down. If you don't get it, you keep them down there and you kill some more clock.
Right.
Right. So at that point,
you got a 2 touchdown lead.
Yeah. So at that point for me, I know that this is just my take. Someone will tell us what they think and why I'm wrong or why I'm right. At that point, Kev, I would have wanted them to go for it on 4th down because 2, maybe 1, they get the touchdown and now you just put this game 31-10. It's officially
Mhm.
over.
Mhm.
Or you keep them down there and have to go 99 yards in 2 minutes and 10 seconds because you would have killed more of that clock.
Right.
But whatever.
It just bothered me that
No, I get
even
it.
even after the penalty where you
Yeah.
got first and goal again,
Yeah.
you couldn't get it in.
Yeah, no, I understand that. And that's why Salah said there are things we still have to work on and clean up because God forbid that's a game where we're losing by 3.
Right. That's what
And
I was just going to say that.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
In 3 weeks after we beat the Broncos and the Pats,
Uh-huh. Well,
in 3 weeks we got Buffalo here, and you need to get it in.
Yeah.
You need to get it in.
Yeah. Hey, my dream of winning the 3 in a row, like I said, we're a third. We just completed a third of that stretch. We got Denver. Now, listen, we can't go into Denver, Kev, and think,
man,
we're the better team and we could, because Denver's got a good defense. Their offense may be crap. And Surtain is like a Sauce Gardner. He could lock on your number 1 and shut him down and keep half that field closed. So
the one thing I like that I'm hearing from these guys is we haven't won crap.
Yeah.
We haven't done crap.
Yeah. But it stems from their coach saying it. Like when Salah came out and the first words is, we haven't done anything yet. He's 100% right.
Nope. No, you haven't.
He's 100%. The only thing we've done up to this point is we matched our win total from last year. That's all
I remember the 98 season. I keep referring back to this.
Yeah.
We were 6-3.
I'm listening.
I think we had just beat the Pats or something, and we went 6-3. And they had it might have even been Buffalo. And they had Parcells. It was the post-game press conference, and everybody was going crazy. And he says, whoa. Guys, we're 6-3. There ain't nothing else.
No.
Ain't nobody. He said, ain't nobody sending a dozen roses over here. That's what he said.
And let me tell you, Kevin, as excited as we are, we can't go up to Denver now and shit the bed. Because
we'll see where they're at tonight.
Yeah.
Right. But
that 3-game winning streak was for naught if you go up to Denver and think you're just going to lay your hat because you're the 3rd-ranked team in the AFC or whatever they're saying you are or whatever the power rankings are. Go to Denver and kick butt.
Take care of business.
Yeah.
It's business. It's business. It's a business trip. Take care of business.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk numbers. I mean, here we go. BREECE Hall, right? 609 yards as of today. As of yesterday, has 609 yards. That's the most out of any Jet in their first 6 games of their career. The next guy after that is Wesley Walker, then Freeman McNeil.
This is the guy.
Yeah. I mean, Quinnen Williams, he's averaging a half a sack in the last five straight games with a half a sack, incredible. Last guy to do that was Muhammad Wilkinson in 2013, and Sean Ellis in 2003 did it in 8 games, averaged a half a sack.
How long ago was that?
Yeah.
So,
you know what, Kevin? We've knocked Quinnen on here. But it's not because we didn't like him, because we saw the potential coming out of college.
And there was nothing coming, right?
But listening to Bartolo Colon, listening to Willie Colon today talk, and he says, when you got other dogs around you and veterans you can lean on, and they're whispering in your ear and they're helping you, this is what makes you better. This is makes you want to fight when you have other dogs around you fighting. And maybe we got to realize, for the last 3 years, Quinnen had shit around him. And now with a good D-line in front of him, we're seeing Quinnen. I mean, look at Quinnen's numbers yesterday. This might have been a season for him a year ago. Quinnen Williams had 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hits. Let's go on. 1 forced fumble, 1 blocked field goal, all in 1 day.
Some game, huh?
Yeah, some season for some.
Yep. Hey, man. Just keep it going. 1 week at a time. One
This is
week at a
the
time.
first time this year. I got more numbers for you. The 17-point win over Rodgers at Lambeau Field was the largest victory by any opponent that played Rodgers in Lambeau Field.
I'm telling you, he looked old yesterday.
Yeah.
Really old.
Yeah.
It could be. I think. I don't know. Depending on how this year goes for him, if I was him, I'd ride off into the sunset. I don't know.
Three running backs.
You can tell how much they miss Devontae Adams, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
About the same amount as the Chiefs miss Hill.
You think the Chiefs miss Hill that much?
I think if Hill's there last night, they win the game.
Okay. I'm not doubting you. I'm not doubting you. I think Buffalo probably treated that game more like a playoff game and a statement game than the Chiefs did.
Yeah.
But that's just my take.
Yeah. You know? Hey.
How about this, Kevin? This year alone, running backs with 80 touches, at least 80 touches, BREECE Hall's got the best average, 6.4, over guys like Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb.
BREECE.
Yeah. Yeah.
My next jersey, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, if I told you yesterday, Kevin, Zach went 10 for 18 with 110 yards, while Aaron Rodgers went 26 for 41 for 246 yards and a touchdown, you would think the Packers blew us out of the water.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But special teams showed up, blocking a field goal, blocking a punt. On the block punt, we picked it up. Willie Parks took it to the house, you know? And Green Bay, that special teams coach got to get fired. He lost it for them in the playoffs last year against the 49ers, and that special team shit the bed yesterday.
Yep. Yes, they did. I mean, they did get one on us, but.
Yeah. Here, next-gen stats. Credit to next-gen stats. Quinnen Williams generated a career-high 7 quarterback pressures with 2 sacks on 34 passes.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it, man.
And here's the other thing, Kevin. Our offense, if I saw the numbers right, we only had 55 offensive plays yesterday to Green Bay's 73. Green Bay had 18 more offensive plays than us, and yet we still put up 27 points.
Hey, man, because you got it from everywhere.
Yeah.
No, you know?
So, Kev, this may sound silly. Go ahead.
Imagine that ball doesn't hit the ground in the beginning.
The source ball, you want to know? Kevin, I missed that play because I was in the car and I was having, what's it called? Cellular service disruption.
Oh, man.
I didn't even see that play. When I finally got to the live action, they were punting off to us. So I didn't even know that play happened until I went back to Bleacher Report during a commercial and saw what they were talking about.
Bounced up in the air, man. You thought for sure it was a pick six. Right off the bat.
Can you imagine if that was the case? That would be twice where Sauce Gardner led the scoring because he had the safety against the Dolphins. Yep. And now this one.
Yep, would have been 2 weeks in a row.
Wow. Yeah, so here we go. The offense had 55 plays. Vera Tucker, Tomlinson, and listen, credit to Herbig, the guy we signed late in the preseason, 24-year-old kid. He played great yesterday. McGovern is showing you why we signed him 3 years ago. And Dwayne Brown, forget it. Oh, love the guy, man. Awesome. Yep. Awesome.
Yep. Heard him today.
Davis,
1 week at a time.
Yeah. But even, Corey Davis, who we knocked 47 plays yesterday, 85%. Huzama's finally getting in. Conklin, Hall, Moore. These guys are, Berrios. They're starting to play. They're starting to show.
Well, Elijah was a little disgruntled this morning.
Yeah, I as an athlete, again, I was never on that level. I get that, but it could be worse. It could be Denzel Mims,
Listen,
who's a prisoner.
and it's all about this.
Yeah.
I understand you want the ball, but as long
Yeah.
as you got the dub,
No,
that's
I
all that
agree.
matters, man.
I agree. But we think of it as fans, and they think about it as their pocket. If he doesn't show anything, what's good is it in 3 years if he wants to be a free agent? And
Okay, but maybe next week's your week.
yeah.
And it's not somebody else's week.
But
You
technically,
know?
Kev, it was
when you have so many playmakers, that's a great thing.
But Kevin, on the wide receiver front, was it anybody's week? It was
No,
Breece
it was nobody's.
week. The whole team, he took that whole offense under his wing. Think about it. Let's talk. I mean, I understand that
especially in the first half,
yeah.
we got guys. If Zach's not throwing it behind them, they're dropping it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Zach was 6 for 12 in the first half with 28.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I know Elijah Moore is talking about targets. That's what he means. But technically, when you think about our touchdowns, it was a blocked punt, it was an end around to Berrios, and it was Breece Hall. It wasn't like the receivers were going off and we were forgetting about
other than the running game, there was nothing really to speak of offensively.
No.
So,
no.
I mean, you made the throws when you had to make them. The 40 whatever yarder to Davis.
Yeah.
All right. A couple of screens, whatnot.
But
swing
Kevin,
outs.
I don't have Corey's stats in front of me. Maybe you do. I believe Corey only had 2 catches yesterday. Did he have more than 2?
Yeah, two catches for 52 yards.
Yeah.
That's it.
How many
and the 41 yarder.
Yeah. Here's some more numbers for you, Kevin. How about 4-2? Our best start since 2015 when we were 4-1.
Gotta like it.
Yep. How about this one for you? First 3-game winning streak since 2019. We're chopping away at these ghosts of jet pass. We're finally starting to get rid of that nonsense. And this is why I said to you off camera, maybe it's time, or maybe I did say it here, maybe it's time for us older Jet fans to put on a new pair of glasses and get rid of that motto, same old Jets, because maybe it's not. Because these kids, which is our core, don't know that. They don't understand what we're talking about when we say that.
But what I'm saying is every year I want to get rid of that motto. But it is the Jets who have made it so we couldn't get rid of that motto. Now let's flip the script.
No, but you're right. But let me ask you a question, Kev.
And the same Jets mantra is on them, not on us.
No, I get it, Kev. But let's think about it. We have many years under our belts as Jet fans. Now, maybe over the last 20 years, football has become so big where the draft is more open to the public and with all these apps and you could see everything.
Right.
When do you remember this Jet class, having a draft like they had in back-to-back seasons?
Especially this past one.
Maybe the 1 year under Parcells, right?
With Mangold and DeBrickshaw.
Was that even under Parcells, all those draft picks? I don't even know if that was under him.
Yeah, I think that came from the Keyshawn trade.
Okay.
So that was him. He was GM.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. How many years have we said, oh, we're tired of winning March because it was free agent? And even those Rex teams were free agent, because think about some of those guys. Calvin Pryor, the Louisville Slugger, hits that never stuck. Who were some of these other guys?
He didn't even hit like an aluminum bat, let alone an aluminum slugger.
You know what I'm saying? This is the first time we're seeing a core that is going to be here because of the rookie scale for 5 years. I
mean, did you see them showing the ages of Wilson and Hall? They're 22 years old, man.
And Quinnen Williams, who's the older statesman, is only 24.
25. Yeah.
This is the first time we're seeing a nucleus where we don't have to go out and overpay for a free. Because you want to know what's going to happen, Kev? Here's what's going to happen. I don't know what the rest of the season is going to play out. Right now, we're looking at good things,
Mm-hmm.
Free agents now are going to want to come here. because there's promise.
It's
There's
about winning. Winning
but
cures everything.
the culture is going to change, and you see it. This
But
young
and
talent.
yes, right. But that's from winning.
Yeah. No.
Winning cures
I know,
everything.
but what I'm trying to say is that now we might not have to. Whoever, let's say, the free agent is out there, a free agent A. We might not have to overpay for free agent A. Now maybe free agent
right, because they want to come
us.
here.
Yeah,
Right.
you know,
instead of oh, why'd you choose the Jets? Instead of saying the truth, like it's always been, well, because they gave me $100 million or whatever.
Yeah. Like,
because I want to win a championship.
Yeah. Did I hear a story recently that Diggs said that his choices were between the Jets and Buffalo, but because Buffalo was winning and they had Josh Allen, he decided to go there? Did I hear that?
I didn't hear that.
I thought I heard that on the Ryan Clark podcast. I think it was that. If I'm wrong about where I heard, my forgiveness. I'm old. I don't remember everything if I don't write it down.
Well, hey, some guys it's not about the money. Some guys it's about winning.
Yeah.
Some guys it is about the money. And that's
I get it.
That's the guys I don't want here. So,
I mean, think about our defense. Again, I'm spewing these numbers: 4 sacks, 9 quarterback hits, 2 forced fumbles, 1 recovered.
And man, like, keep hitting it. Keep hitting it. You see him all day like this.
Yeah.
Holding it, shaking it, holding it.
Yeah.
Keep hitting it.
Yeah.
Step on it. Hit it. Twist it. Grab it.
Do you know, Kevin, this is another interesting fact. The Jets are the second team, all right, to be underdogged in all 6 games and come out with a winning record.
And they're dogs Sunday, too, already. 3.5 points.
Really?
3.5.
Before Denver even plays tonight, we're already dogs.
Plus 3.5, I saw.
Wow. I didn't think there would be a number until after tonight's game.
Plus 3.5. No, I want it to stay that way.
No, me too. I agree. Because we're playing better as dogs. Keep putting us dogs.
Yeah. Keep that chip on your shoulder. Oh, still no respect, huh?
Yeah. Well, look, 7 out of 8 guys on I forgot what panel it was had the Packers winning. 7 out of 8.
I saw that. Even whatever it was, the Sunday show in the morning with Eisen and them guys. Okay. He was the only one.
Well, he's a Jet fan, yeah.
Of course he is, a huge one.
Yeah, well, Staten Island born, so. I mean, how about BREECE Hall? 20 carries, 116 rushing yards.
It's my new guy, man.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to tout him one more time. There's a reason why this team is winning, because they found their workhorse. This is not a knock on Michael Carter. I love him. He's great.
Absolutely.
When you look at the first
you're right. Yeah.
When you look at the first 3 games, BREECE Hall had 21 carries for 112 yards, 1 TD. We were 1-2. The last 3 games, he has 55 carries, 279 rushing yards, 3 TDs with 3-0. And I don't know, did we touch on this yet? I said to you earlier where Sanchez was a game manager, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what they made him do. I feel like Zach Wilson, and this might sound silly, and someone will call me a knucklehead. Zach Wilson, I feel, manages the game. He's finally realizing now, I don't have to hit the home run. I can throw it down to my playmakers and let them do the work. That's why Zach Wilson's numbers to somebody doesn't look pretty. Like, if you didn't watch the game yesterday, Kevin, you saw Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
He's shit. He stinks, but he did everything right.
When you mentioned this to me earlier, and I said, I got to be honest, I'm still not sold on him.
I understand. I understand.
But if he plays within himself, doesn't do anything stupid, doesn't make any dumb mistakes, gets the ball in the hands of his playmakers that they've surrounded him with now. He's going to be all right.
Yeah. I never have to see him throw a 50-yard bomb if we're winning the way we're winning.
You know, I saw a lot of this, especially in the first half yesterday. I saw a lot of this. Oh, I'm Patrick Mahomes. And, no, you're not. You're Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Play within the game, man. Play within the game.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah. No, I can't argue any of that.
With that said, he did make a nice sidearm throw to Uzama, though.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Zach Wilson. These numbers are
Pedestrian
at best.
Yes.
10 for 18, 110 yards.
But as long as we end up with the W, I'll take pedestrian.
Yeah. Here's another stat, and again, credit to Next Gen Stats. Sauce Gardner has allowed only one reception for 6 yards on 40 snaps in man coverage this season. That's the fewest yards by any cornerback with at least 30 snaps.
He's good, man.
So if people didn't think Sauce Gardner was the right pick, eat it because you know he was.
Eat it.
Yep.
Eat the cheese sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
How much did you love the cheese head on it?
Yeah. I love everything, Kevin. How about I have the number here. Just give me a second with my chicken scratch. I know I wrote it down. Quincy Williams coming back from an injury, 16 tackles, I believe. He led the team yesterday with 16 tackles. Sorry, 14 tackles. 14 tackles.
Did you see that hit? That one hit he did?
Yeah.
On the running back in the backfield?
Yeah. And how about Quan Alexander with the one?
Took him right off his feet.
Yeah. How about
planted
Quan
his
Alexander
ass
with the big hit on the 4th down to get us the ball back?
Yep.
Big 4th down stop by Quan Alexander.
Yep.
You know? Again, I stopped counting the penalties after 6. We were at 6 penalties for 75 yards. Do you know what we finished with? Do you have those numbers?
No, I don't.
Right.
But I stopped counting too because most of them were bogus.
Yeah. I stopped counting after the 6. Michael Clemens with the big block, Berrios with the end around, Willie Coates picking up the ball.
And then they hit Breece Hall 4 yards out of bounds, and
nothing.
Refs didn't see anything. Yeah. Well, what are you talking about?
Yeah, agree. And again, I don't know if we mentioned this off camera, but it was like for the first 3 quarters, or at least the first 50 minutes of football, the refs were doing everything they can to help this Packer team out. And then they had to fold their tent and say, we can't do anymore. And that's why in the 4th quarter, we put up a 10 spot to the Packers 0. And I believe the Packers had all 3 and outs in that 4th quarter. I don't even know if they had a first down in that 4th quarter, but I could be wrong. But
well, hey, game balls, JFM, the Williams brothers.
Yeah.
Berrios, Sauce, BREECE, Clemens, Parks.
Special teams. Forget special teams. Brent Boyer had those boys ready to rock.
Yep, sure did.
A blocked field goal and a blocked punt in the same game.
You got to keep the same mentality and same intensity every single week.
Agree. And that's it on my end, Karen. Victor.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Yeah. We'll do a little scouting tonight on the Broncos, right?
Yep. And then we'll be on Friday to talk about that game.
Sounds good. Man, did you think? I mean,
Kev, we said 10-7. I'm sticking with 10-7.
Yep.
I said to you, and we both said it, we just want to be in these games. But now I feel like we're dominating these games.
Listen, I said to you, I just didn't want the damn season over by Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, we dominated the Packers.
Yes.
We dominated the Dolphins. And not only that, Kevin, we're becoming something we never were. Road warriors. We're 3-0 on the road.
Yes.
and in hostile environments. Say what you want. Cleveland's a hostile environment to play in. Pittsburgh's always been a hostile environment. Lambeau, as great as those fans are and they're knowledgeable, that's always been a ruckus place to play and a rowdy place to play in.
And hey, I know the Broncos aren't much this year so far, but Mile High's not an easy place to play either.
And there were talks about the Jets maybe leaving early to get acclimated. I don't know.
Yeah, I would. I would.
I don't know if there's any truth to that, or if that was just rumblings and grumblings. But
hey, anything that helps you,
you
know, to have a little bit of an advantage, your way, do it.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll be back on Friday to talk about Jets Denver. We'll be back.
4-2, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah, feels good.
Tied for the second best record in the AFC with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what the Chargers do tonight. We'll see.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. All right, my brother, that's a wrap on my end.
Same here. We'll talk to you guys on Friday. Enjoy the game tonight. And until then, get up! We'll talk to you later.